Thanks for staying with us. So according to a handler, it says, never marry anyone or a woman addicted to prophets or a mother who goes around seeking prayer. They call them prayer prostitutes these days. According to this handler, it says your marriage will be controlled by prophecy. Now, the reason why we're having this conversation is because many homes, we get lots of messages. As the ladies of your view, get lots of messages from men, sometimes women, concerning the fact that their wives are constantly either extremely respectful to their pastors or to their prophets, or they are constantly looking for prophecy, and when there are critical decisions to be made in the house, until Madame calls pastor, nothing is done. So we've seen this message repeatedly in our Instagrams individually, and we thought it's something for us to discuss. Yes, it's part of our culture to bring in to bring a third party, a credible third party, and usually that credible third party is usually a spiritual leader, you know, to bounce some things off, because you feel that person can give you that leading. But sometimes we take it to the extreme where before I move the first step, let's call this. Before I do the next thing, so is this the right thing, or how do we do it such that nobody gets hurt? So you can call us on 08127053687, 09139076948. You can also send us messages on YouTube and Facebook. Will be happy to read your messages. Yes, Nima.
So I laugh at people who claim to be religious in Africa. We have an African culture where when a child is born, we check the child. They'll go, if it's Ifa, in the areas they do. In our own area in Edo, they have how they do it. And this translated largely into how we continue religion. For us to accept religion, we just sort of mixed it up.
Our tradition.
So now we will now go and call imam or a pastor who does not have divination, whose religion, like Islam, clearly is against divination. We will now bring them. They will now do magic. He knows not divining anything. And now say, some even do what Islam forbids totally, the sand ones. And then they will tell you that it's ajo. One of us was saying to me that religion and ajo, or not, I said, no, this one cannot be saying the truth. And because of that, mostly women have ruined families' lives. They rely on these people. They call them the very important third opinion in every decision they want to take, even in their child's choice of school. Some checks that you should do by yourself. Some people go for interviews and they come back. One was saying to somebody, said, my uncle is a millionaire to me, has asked me to come and work in his industry in Aba, but I saw my pastor. He told me that he wants to use my destiny.
Oh.
My neighbor quickly asked him, this destiny you are using to drive Okada. This destiny you are using to drive Okada.
You don't use
Why don't you just dash your uncle? Maybe he will be able to make millions.
And pay you something.
And pay you something dignifying. Why are you driving Okada with raincoat siren and say they are using your destiny? So this has largely affected us. And the truth is, it's a circle of slavery. The way I've seen it, it's a circle of slavery, very damaging way. You put money like water in a basket. You never end. It never stops.
Okay, let me come to BC on this matter. What are your thoughts?
I agree with this handler. In fact, I will extend it to any woman or any mother who is always on the mountain looking for something. You should run away from them. Because the truth is, we have direct access to God. As a Christian or a Muslim, when you surrender your life to him, he can speak to you directly. The reason Jesus tore that veil at the temple after 3 days was for us to have direct, back in the days, let me go back to the scriptures, you would always go to the priests to seek for what is God saying, what is God, which commandment is this one again, how do we do this and how do we do that. But when Jesus came, he said, I did not come to destroy the law, abolish the law. I came to fulfill it. And he tore that garment to give you direct access. Once you believe, you can pray in your closet and you will hear. And God does not even speak the way we expect him to speak these days. So when I see people who are running, he can talk to you. He talks to you. He gives you, when you're reading the scriptures, he jumps at you. You can get a rhema from, and the next step, no, hold on. So people who are still running from pastor to pastor, from imam to imam, to get direction on how to live every day is already an anomaly.
Well, in this
and you should run away from them. Hold on, no. Because I remember when I wanted to marry, I had some people like that. in my space, who were always constantly praying and praying and praying and asking and seeking to see for somebody and see for them. I just felt, okay, let me kuku submit name to them. Yes. I now gave them the name of the guys in my life. Oh yeah, they say, no, this one is bad for you. He's not good for you. I was like, wow, I am happy for the kind of mind God has given to me. I took my decision. I continued the relationship. Today, I am still married to this person. And before the marriage came, I went back again. I said, okay, try this name. And they said, it's now good. He was now good after he had bought a car. The first time he was not. Imagine if I had relied on people giving me stories. I would have missed the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh.
This same Bible says that in the mouth of one or two witnesses, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, we also try to confirm what God has told you. From somebody who's supposed to be a man of God, that's really how it's done. So yes, you hear, but God can also send you people to confirm. And who better else than somebody who is your leader, who's your pastor, or who is a woman, a spiritual leader in your life. So these things are there, but I hear you that in some cases we overdo it. But we must not negate the importance.
Some people have not been doing it and their lives, some people have not been pursuing confirmation and their lives have been going okay. Yes, we have them. I am a living example. I don't get confirmation for anything. If it jumps into my head to do it, I seek for clarity. In my meditation, I pray about it and I move on. And so far, so good. I have not gone to meet anybody that the decisions I've taken for my life is not working. So it's about your relationship with God. God can speak to you directly. If peradventure you want to bounce an idea off, it's not for you to take what the person has said to mar your life and your children.
There's nothing stopping you.
Do you think Yahoo people are talking to God too?
They claim they do. They still go for these confirmations. They do.
No, but they're quite successful.
It's still in.
They read some working.
No, why I'm asking this, why I ask that is because I think that the poverty mindset has just clouded our thinking process. There are some boys, every Christmas, I give them a job. Now I have to buy uniforms for them. I give them make sure there is no go-slow in our area end of the year.
So that we can come and ball.
So, so I pay them quite a bit of money. Just make sure. So I did it the first year. They were happy. The second year, because of COVID, I reduced the money a bit by, I think, 10 or 20%. But, I had to buy T-shirts again. Because when I asked them for the T-shirts, I gave them...
They have used it.
They have used it. Okay, this time when I give you the T-shirt, please return them so that next year we can use it. They say I want to remove their destiny. I say, you. I mean that I give you money every time you are the people removing my destiny. I could not understand. And since I don't operate like that.
So the reason why I want us to be very careful here. Yeah. Because there are people who bounce important decisions off their spiritual leaders, and they get good direction.
That is not the job that God sent them to.
Thank you,
Let's I'll come to you,
I agree.
There are people who are spiritual leaders who have walked the path that you're walking, especially in marriage. Many of them, 50-year celebration anniversary in their lives. Many years have had 30 years plus experience where they are spiritual leaders. So you're a new married couple and you need guidance. Would you rather go and meet somebody who is not in your own spiritual circle? So you find somebody who can lead. So I'm saying that in everything, people abuse it. There are some people there. So you can get the spiritual guidance and that is fine. But others, some people abuse it.
It doesn't have to be spiritual.
Thank you.
You can seek the counsel of, well, not because you're here. In my own marital issues, I have sought the counsel of YK, who's been divorced, and I have been guided, and it's working now. But she's not a Muslim. She's not any religious. But I have seen the people that are supposed to be people,
and it's not working.
And if I am confused,
it's both ways.
So this is what my religion says. It says you should do your initial prayers. We call it istihara, with your God. And then the verse goes, it says, seek the counsel of people around you. The counsel of people around you.
Not the spiritual leadership.
You can talk to your father, mother, pick their experiences to that issue that you're trying, because the Quran extremely emphasizes the use of your reason. So you pick Morale's zone, pick YK's zone, pick everything. You sit together. You must reach a conclusion. with that peculiar problem that you have that works for you. When I had to go to the hospital, someone came and said, Nima, I've been praying for you. I've been praying for you. Logo. I said, me Logo. Me no go. In fact, let me tell you funnily, the person said, you should be careful where you walk. Because it's only you that is working there that is having all this problem. I said, because I have a peculiar mark sheet with God. So my problems will form me. And my experiences will form my person. So of course it's not going to be, we're not going to go through the same. So now, when that person came, and my father now came, I said to my dad, I said, we should stay. Say, yeah, pray to God now. That's what God wants us to do. So you stay. And that's what religion did not say, oh yeah, remove your reason. You know, because it derails you. And it's if I had fallen, there was one my husband even blocked, because that one came on Facebook. You know, he wrote it like that. And my husband just said, I was even trying to school down on the levels of Islam. And he said, don't lecture this kind of person, block this. These people can't change. You will spend your entire life sowing and giving shadows. And you see what this man is saying? If it's in a marriage, if that couple had a destiny at all to make anything, the divinations and all of those life people,
confuse their destiny.
Not be confused. It will set them back over 20 years backwards because they are constantly waiting to take decisions that they have seen clearly is a risk.
It's not going to work
based on somebody else.
Let me hear. That doesn't know what is happening inside my house.
Come and give you advice.
It's only what I tell him that he knows. How can he give me advice? He should face his own family.
Exactly.
Because he has his family. That's not the work that God sent a pastor to do. The work that God sent a pastor to do is to pray for you.
Yeah.
That's
support your prayers. Not
as a pastor, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your good, for everything good to come to you. That's my work.
Not to tell
you
what to do.
My work is not to tell you,
don't take that job.
Or slap your husband tomorrow.
No, okay, that's extreme.
No, we're just saying.
I'm
just saying
extreme examples.
No, I'm not. There's no extreme examples.
People, they tell you to slap. Can you slap you to check yourself? Your hand lift up to slap. So it's not everything you take from the advice.
Where we are.
Yeah, we know where we are.
What I'm saying is that I hear you. There's some people that take it to that extreme where every single thing, can I wear my dress? Can I
travel to see my mother?
Can I travel? Those are like extreme. But I'm saying that let us not discountenance the importance of spiritual guidance in different parts of our lives.
Okay, so it depends. So it depends on you. Some people go to meet somebody to get spiritual direction. Others go to their secret place and get direct information from God on how to move. So let's not even make it that you must have somebody who tells you spiritually.
Let's make it that you mustn't.
Succeed. You mustn't. So choose where you want to be. But I wanted to say something about human beings. We always like to avoid trouble. We like shortcuts. We like everything to be successful. Everything. So once you just place your hands like, let it be moving 100, nothing is happening, nothing is hindering me. But the obstacles make you. The problems you face in life are meant to form you, are meant to prepare you for the future. Why do we want everything sorted before we even enter the marriage? So I want to see 50 years of my marriage before I even say I do to this man. I don't want to work. I don't want to sacrifice. I don't want to compromise. I don't want to show love. I don't want to do anything. Let me just enter. Let everything be good.
Excuse me, the only people you should take advice from. Let me tell you, the only people you should take advice from. Your lawyer and your accountant.
Let me take this call. Taiwo, are you there?
But they will not come.
Hello, Taiwo, are you there? Oh, we lost that.
Let me ask you that. You're a psychologist. Because, sorry, no, because no, we don't like to pay for services. You like that one that will say, I have extra prayer and this is what your solution is.
We still pay.
The professional.
Let me share you this
that
story.
That will give you assessments. You don't want to go.
I'm trying to be on my own side of time because but I have to share this story with you. There's a guy we met. Oh, God. He was telling us he's a pastor. I mean, of course, we disconnected from him 100%. He was telling us about his father's friend just became a commissioner in one of the states. I won't mention the states. And he's so excited because he just realized, this commissioner, job don't come. So he now said, this is the plan. He's going to call the commissioner now and say, I'm going to tell the person that they are trying,
he should be careful.
Wait now, don't remember the conversation. He was excited. I was like, how are you excited? Do you guys do that close? Are you that close? No, I'm not close, but I know that is an opportunity for me. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, when he gets to that state, he's going to go to the commissioner's office and tell the commissioner he must not enter the office. Because he does prayer.
But that's how the trade works.
On the chair.
That's how the trade works.
So what he did, he actually carried it out. He told the commissioner that God told him he must not enter the office because they had just sworn them in. He said, don't enter the office. I must go and pray. After praying, you know, the spiritual cleansing, everything. He now came in, and then every week he was doing something to make sure that they, you know. And I was just listening to his mouth like, Father, Lord Almighty. This man is just on a business plan. Continuously.
Let me tell you, there is one governor, I won't mention the states. He has refused to enter his office.
Chineke. Why?
Because he said the last governor did juju there. So not the office, the house. He goes to the office. I don't know if the other governor didn't do juju in the house. So he doesn't enter the house. He drives to another town.
Whoa, to sleep.
To sleep. Because the former governor did juju. When I heard, I said, this is a non-starter. But another one, there's this guy, he brought letter to my brother that fella sent him to my brother, and this is the letter, this is what. Femi said, when fella comes back to you, tell fella that if he doesn't come to meet me directly,
he should carry his letter.
I'm not going to listen to his message.
Let me pretend. Okay.
Let me take this call. Hello, are you there? Oh, hello.
Hello.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, my name is Lou. I'm calling from Shoki.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Yes, very
we
clearly.
can.
Yeah, thank you. This is the first time I'm calling into you.
Welcome to the show.
I want to tell you people that the way you started the question was not the way you have still discussed. You said someone said to marry someone whose mother is connected, maybe is prophetic or according to from prophet to from pastors whatsoever. Yes, I want you to understand something. In this society that we are, before the advent of Christianity or Islam in our society, in Africa or in Nigeria, let me say,
we said it.
Parents have a way of finding out what happens about their children even before they were born. In the Bible, we have the case of the mother of Jacob and Esau. When there was issue, he went to see the prophet to seek. So it is not new to us in this part of the world. And when anybody does that, it doesn't mean that that person should not be a marriageable partner. And I want you to understand something, that this society we are, except want to pretend. Those of you that are celebrities out there, you know where you get your counsel. You know who you consult, because it's spiritual. But for you to get this done, there are people that you rely on. So I want you people not to paint it as if it is out of place.
Yeah.
The only thing is how will they do it in a way that they will not use it to hurt people.
Thank you, Dou, for helping my argument.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to communicate. So it's not totally out of place.
I didn't really hear what he said.
It's not out of place. It's not out of place.
What did he say?
Saying that we've been doing this for many, many centuries.
He says it's an African culture.
Yes.
We've said that.
And that, you know, we should not say that it is out of place because, you know, we do it because of a need.
It's a religious culture, not African.
Thank you. No, Africans
we used to do divination now.
When we were born, according to my people, they said I was the third girl. And so somebody got provoked and said, let's go even check. These people don't have boy at all. They went to check. So all those things.
That one is the Ifa talking to you, not a human being.
But we had a boy. So the truth is, I don't want to sound too religious. So I don't know how to put it in the most simple terms. You see this head? Even in our culture, Yoruba people used to say that if somebody is wise, it's your head, your destiny that you would call God. It's almost to that point. So when the religious books are telling you, think, use your head. They say Yoruba that your mind is your greatest weapon.
Yes, use it
in anything that you want to do. If you accept it that this thing, and you want it to work, you will do the work. You will do the work.
We don't like to do the work.
Don't discount the importance of counseling. Don't discount the importance
counseling
of guidance.
Counseling is from experts, not a pastor.
Don't discount
a pastor who has
coaches.
A pastor who has read the Bible.
A life coach like that.
It is a trade now.
Yes, what I'm saying, a pastor who has read the Bible,
that went to study,
who is well versed in the words of God, can guide me on what the Bible is saying.
Why you not read that?
I feel read that now.
No, you feel read that.
I don't understand that.
you need teacher. Call them a teacher. Call them your spiritual teacher.
So if I get, okay, thou shall not eat, right? Let's just say, for example, and I'm saying, okay, God said I should not eat. Then I expect, like, if you are my spiritual guidance, God, my pastor, I pray this Bible, say, God, I should not eat. What do you think about it? The Bible says I should not eat. He will now confirm, it's true. This is how it is done. This is what, no, he now give me stories to confirm that indeed I should not eat.
Have you heard in the Bible of the old prophet and the young prophet? And the old prophet deceived the young prophet. You've not read that part of the Bible.
Let's use thou shalt not eat. Let's use thou shalt not eat.
You will not eat again.
Wait now, you just
confirms the message I read that don't eat. Then I would
no, wait, which message you read? If you the message didn't apply.
Yes.
Okay, so thou shalt not eat pork, which is in our own.
Yes, it's in our own.
You know, you have read it. You're not saying, but I was hungry. The exception is right next to it. And you're wondering, how do I apply it?
But we eat it now.
I found that your teacher, not Alpha, your ustaz now, that's what we call them in Arabic, your teacher, can now tell you that, no, these exceptions apply in farming. They apply in war-torn zone. So whatever you find in war-torn zone, even if it's alcohol in thirst, is applicable there. So that's what you need a teacher for.
Yeah, so explain the scriptures. Not to tell you how to pass who to marry, who to follow. No, we're not saying the same thing. Who to follow. The spiritual leader is meant to help you with the tenets of the scriptures, to guide you, to open your mind, to make you understand.
Not your own particular life.
Not your particular life on who to choose, which job to do.
Let me give you
another
example. Let me give you another example.
Okay.
If I go for a job interview with somebody who wants to give me a fantastic job, but there's something when I wait for an interview, there's something about his spirit that wasn't connecting with my own.
Interesting.
I really wanted that big job, but my spirit was just not connected. And I come back home, I said, let me speak to my pastor about it. I met this man, he wants to offer me ₦1 million every month, but there's something about this guy, and he helps me to go and pray about it, and then confirms to me, yes, so God is saying that person might not be the right person to work with. It's a confirmation.
Yes, but
my spirit is already telling me, I need a confirmation from you, but you can't give me that confirmation because you're not spiritually equipped to do so.
Excuse me. And the pastor has not met the person.
Yes.
And he has got the spirit.
Yes, he got the confirmation for you. Continue. Hungry never catch you.
The only I wanted to ask
you to understand the things of the spirit.
Let me
you understand.
You made an example earlier. Wait. An example that YK gave is based on my experience as me now. In my own right, I'm an alpharist. So let's just say that I told Moriah now that this problem that I'm seeing in your phones, you are taking too much rubbish. I'm telling you from my experience that don't take it again. When your husband talks to you next and you shout, you fight for your wife.
Speak that English for him.
The spirit says that you should confront him. It's your problem. You now go home. Your darling husband, father of your children, somebody that is not just minding his own business, you start to confront him. It's spiritually that you come to me and say, I confronted him.
Now. You know that.
Let me tell you. So I have a family friend.
Wait.
Bisi, I'll come to you. Hello, good morning. Are you there? I think it's Cynthia. I'm not even sure where I have again. Hello, are you there?
Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Morning, ladies. Anthony Manainga, ma. There was one time I had accommodation issues and I had to move in with these friends of mine I've known for a while. And then when I was with them, they had this spiritual father they will call every day. This man is this, is that. He has been giving us guidance. They will buy Bibles, go to the mountains and do so many things. And then I had a relationship that was working. They didn't know about it because I usually do not talk about relationships with friends I wasn't close to at that time. So I was like, okay, fine. The next time the man of God was going to come in, let me just have a conversation with him about relationship and life. And then I did. And then started talking. Oh, this one, in your father's house, there is this, there's a church close to your father's house, there's this and this, can you come? He started talking. He now said, in that your father's house, there is a tree in front of the house. The moment he said there's a tree in front of your father's house, I knew this man was a liar. Because in the whole of that quarters, my grandfather refused to plant a tree in front of his house. Because he said that trees are meant to be at the back of the house. They said, okay, it is under that tree, that they plant your relationship and destiny. If they don't uproot it, if you don't buy Bible, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, you will not grow, you will never. And these people have been listening to this man, buying Bibles. He will tell them, buy 50 Bibles, one Bible, 5,000 naira. And they will gather their money and salaries. And at the end of the day, I learned my lesson. You have to seek advice from people whose life are a reflection of glory and beauty.
Thank you.
You cannot be talking to somebody whose life is in darkness.
Can you give what you do not have?
My late mom told me, said, pour on your knees and pray to God and ask for guidance. If you do His will, He will answer.
Thank you, Cynthia. I think we're all in agreement that people abuse this thing. Thank you very much. People abuse. There's a left and there's a right. There are people who abuse it, and there are others who do it properly.
So I have family friends now who they've been stagnant because at the time the children were supposed to go to school, they had told the mother that their destiny, the children's destiny, were tied abroad. So when you get admission, after 2 years, this woman will advise the children, no, you know, we're working for your papers, you have to go abroad, this, that, that, that. A few years down the line, most of the children are now in their 30s, and they have not found their feet. They have not gone abroad. The one that even managed to go abroad does not have his papers. Everything is just messed up. And in my spirit, I am upset, but I really do not know how to communicate that you have ruined these children because you are constantly, who told you your destiny is in the abroad? Who? You can make it here. If these kids had done what they were supposed to do at the time they were supposed to do it, they would have found their feet. Who told you that they must be there to succeed? Because she was busy listening to all the pastors and mountain. She's always in the mountain praying, and things are still not working till today. And these children are beginning to wake up to realize that, what am I doing right now? So we need to be very careful because there's a thin line between just going today for just this small confirmation and that small confirmation, and then it spirals into all the confirmations you need to even feed your children. You need confirmation. To do this one, you need confirmation. We need to just be careful. And if you're a Christian or a Muslim, hold on please. If you're a Christian or a Muslim, hold your word. I do not tolerate it when a Christian does not understand the word of God. I feel like, what are you doing there? Why are you a Christian? You should know the word. That's the only weapon that we have.
Excuse me, because it seems as if all Christians are sinners. You said that there is no eat pork inside the Bible.
No, it's Old Testament. Old Testament. It's there now.
Pork, snails,
pork, snails. Go to Leviticus. You see all of them listed. But you know, the way our
So you all eat snail. And pork. What is it says don't eat it?
In the Old Testament.
So the Old Testament is null and void.
No, we're not saying that.
I'm asking.
We're not saying that.
The Old Testament, is it null and void?
No, it's not null and void.
So why are you not listening to it?
No, hold on. So what happened was, as they were starting their lives, as they were starting their lives, they had commandments that Moses kept bringing that guided them. But as Jesus came, he established it. Everything is covered in law.
So Jesus said it's pork.
He did not say it's pork. He just established the law. He did not abolish it. But as long as you have faith, pork was created by God now, the same way chicken was created by God. So if you have faith and you don't consider it as sin, you can have it. We're under grace, the dispensation of grace now. So some things that really do not matter. Jesus says it's not about what you put inside, but what comes out of you. So it's not food that will make you sin or go to hell or everything. Or pure, it's about the love that you give. It's about the humanity that you, you know. Jesus just, I try smart.
Continue eating pork. That's it. The Bible says don't eat.
I wanted to make you laugh. Let me talk about abroad. If it's by divination, me I should be abroad. Somebody told my mother that you see this one, even at school it's not here. I told my mother, I said, Mommy, that person is not seeing future. Because me, my mind is not going anywhere. I'm not seeking visa anywhere. Another one came and said, when I was a baby, according to my mom, in this Tejo show market where she was going shopping, someone stopped by the baby she was backing and then was bowing to me as a baby. And they said, she's a tough leader in the outer world. So my mom started thank you, that kind of thing. Me as a baby, I was a fair-skinned baby. You'll be attracted to me. Fair-skinned, my red lips was red. You could see my brown eyes. My mom said, so the doctor that birthed me in Rando then, Mainland Hospital, was a white, an Asian. She just liked the baby because I looked different. And maybe that's what attracted the person. But the person now, but imagine now, I should be a queen.
Because let me be bowing to you.
I'm begging. Let's be serious in this life.
YK is back. We missed you. Obviously, we missed you on the show. We have to run. That's all we can take on the show, guys.
We'll talk about your pork later. We'll talk about your eating of pork later.
YK,
Daddy, please let us know which Bible.
As we wrap up, I think the point is, listen, there's always two sides to a coin.
Yeah.
So some of us do seek spiritual guidance. Not that they will tell you what to do, but it's important for some of us that we have spiritual guidance in certain things. Any important decision, that's fine. But there are some people that abuse those opportunities where people come to them and they use it to demand or extort money or things from other people. So you just have to be led within from God. Let God lead you to the right person. And if you feel that you don't need that guidance, that's fine. But in anything you do, stay true to yourself.
And know your God.
And know your own God.
Know your God, yeah.
That's all we can take on the show. Hope you learned a few things as we have. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.